I love you too, baby. So I just want to do a message for the Divine Masculine, and I did a message a little bit earlier. Sorry, hold on. I did a message a little earlier for the Divine Feminine. Charged my phone, my iPad up a little bit. It's only 15%, so I don't know how long I'll be able to do it. But I want to tap in with the same cards and get a message for the Divine Masculine. How does the universe see the Divine Masculine? I should shuffle on camera just so you don't think that I'm just picking cards and pulling cards that I want to and it's actually coming out. Like, I'm not making this stuff up. I should shuffle on camera, but I'm not a good shuffler, so I like to shuffle off camera, and sometimes it takes really long for a card to pop out, or I'm shuffling for a long time, so I don't shuffle on camera. But so I was shuffling and shuffling and shuffling, and nothing was coming out. Like, it wasn't just like spitting out like how it does. So I was like, okay, let me pull something. So I shuffled for a long while, and then I flipped something over. And it's so insane because the card that I flipped over after shuffling for a while over and over again was the same first card that the Divine Feminine got. Like, you can't make this stuff up. This is insane. Like, it's crazy because it's like when I see tarot readers do it and then they align with either what they said before or a card that they pull aligns with the last card, or it aligns with the Divine and Feminine. I'm like, oh wow, like that's really cool. Like, they have gifts, right? But it's just the universe giving you the message. Like, no matter what, like, the message is going to come out the way it's supposed to come out. And if the Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine are connected on a red thread, if they're a twin flame, if it's that journey that you guys are on, then you're going to be marrying each other and getting the same cards. Like, and this just shows Divine Masculine that you and your Divine Feminine were drawn to each other because of this quality. This is what made you guys so attracted to each other. This is what made the chemistry so insane, because you guys were both authentic and you were operating from your inner child. So yeah, you guys literally fell in love with each other because of the inner child. You guys were both playful. You guys were both having fun together. You guys probably danced together. You guys probably joked around and were silly with each other. You guys just let yourself operate from a little girl and a little boy just playing with each other, just having fun, getting to know each other and being silly with one another. So yeah, you guys were silly with each other. You guys were authentic. You guys were literally enjoyed each other's company because you guys played. You guys had fun. You probably danced together. You just, whatever you did, played games with each other. Whatever it was that you guys did, you guys had fun. If it was playing video games together, if it was dancing together, if it was making jokes with each other, like if it was all of the above, like, you guys just had a lot of fun with each other, and your inner child shined so bright with one another. And like, you have that same inner child that you operate from, but you don't allow everyone to see. You only allow the people that you're close with, if any, right? And you really allowed your inner child to show with this Divine Feminine. And you're tender, you're gentle, you're tender with the people you love. You're tender with the way you speak. You're tender with your Divine Feminine. You have this tenderness about you that makes people drawn to you because you're gentle with them, right? Like, you're compassionate, you're understanding, and the way you speak is tender. So I said it for the Divine Feminine, and I'll just regurgitate it for the Divine Masculine. But like, your innocence, you have still this innocence about you that you, even if you have sometimes a negative mindset, you still believe. You still are a hopeless romantic. You still hold on. So yeah, you're still a hopeless romantic. You still have this innocence about you that it's like you want. Innocence is like being playful, seeing the world as like, yeah, things can get better, right? So it's like, even through your pain, you're still holding on to your innocence. You might not feel it right now, but the universe sees that you are this person at your core. Hold on. And just like the Divine Feminine, whether you know it or not, you have rare gifts, right? It might be the same gifts. So you have rare gifts. If you don't know what that is yet, tap in, use your intuition. Maybe it's building things. Maybe it's creating sustainable living for people in this world that don't have homes. Like, there's something that you do that you have rare gifts, and you're just not tapping into it. You might be using it in other areas of your life, but you're not using it in the way that you're meant to use it right now. So tap in, talk to the creator, find out how you're supposed to use these rare gifts, right? Whether it's your way of words, whether it's building things, something you have that you're meant to tap into. And the next card that came out was the Great Serving. And I'm pretty sure this came out for the Divine Masculine last time. And it was Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. So as I was saying, it's like you have this innocence, this childlike nature that exists in you, and you only show it when you feel safe and you can trust someone. And you probably felt like that with the Divine Feminine. Maybe you feel like that with certain close people in your family or friends, or maybe you feel like no one really understands you. But you still have this anger and anger towards last karmic situations. You could even have some anger towards your Divine Feminine, the way things ended, the way things played out. You could have anger towards the universe, that why did things happen the way they did? Why is your life like that currently? Why are things just not working out in your favor? You could feel all these things, this anger towards the universe, towards yourself, towards decisions and actions that you made. And that's creating a lot of internal conflict within you, because you're going back and forth between blame, taking accountability, being optimistic, not being optimistic, being pessimistic. And it's just creating a lot of internal conflict within you that you're like, oh, like you're going through this like dark night of the soul where you're like unsure of what to believe in anymore. I think that it's like a lot of things are crumbling. You're seeing through the 3D reality that you're like, what is real and what is truth and what is not the truth? And that's creating internal conflict. And it's probably a conflict that you're feeling, that you have this anger towards your Divine Feminine, and that's creating internal conflict, making you indecisive of whether you want to pursue things or whether you don't want to pursue things with your Divine Feminine. And you're also probably getting conflict with people around you that still are stuck in that 3D mindset, friends, family, maybe you're in a relationship, and that's creating conflict in your external world as well, because you're trying to show them this new way of thinking and change their belief system based on what you've learned. And they're like, what's going on with you? They probably think that you're crazy, that like, what is happening to you that's making you think like this? Like, come back to reality. But you're seeing through reality right now and seeing through all the things that they've been programming us and lying to us and putting us in this play, right? You realize that you see through the matrix. And this, they see though, even though you're feeling all this, whether you realize it or not, you're starting to soften to love, right? Like these are all the emotions that you need to purge, but it's getting you to soften to love, to open your heart chakra, to love again. Make a decision that feels right to you. Don't be pressured or forced into a decision. Take as much time as you need. Trust in divine timing, but make a decision that feels right to you in all areas. Whether it's leaving the home that you're in right now, leaving the city that you're in right now, whether it's going to a place where you feel peace and happiness, whether it's being with someone who brings you peace and happiness, whether it's being alone and not being in a relationship with anyone and purging out people and gaining more people in your life, whether it's not sharing things, like not forcing your beliefs onto people, right? If they don't get it, they don't get it, but you can still love them, right? Like they don't have to think like you in order for you to accept them in your life. Unless they're interfering with your life, then you got to put up boundaries, right? So universe sees that you've gone through a lot of pain, you felt a lot of anger, you could still be feeling anger, but you're starting to soften up to love because you're seeing through everything. And at the end of it, love is the only thing that keeps us going. Love is the only thing that gets us to ascend higher and higher when we operate from a place of love. Whether we're in a 3D world or not, we still are a soul that our vibration is based on us being authentic and offering from a place of love. So the next card, I've never seen this one come out before, which is so cool. She's just like sitting in like an orb, right, of light. That's really beautiful. Wow. And underneath her is like, I don't know if it's the moon. Some sort of planet is underneath her, or the earth, could be. But it says Earthed. So you could be an earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. So you could be an earth sign, and that's why it says Earthed. But it also means, or it could be that you're grounding, like the universe sees that you're starting to ground, or you need to come back down and ground. But you're learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. So this could be a spiritual awakening that you're going through right now. And exactly, you're learning how to be human. You're learning how to live this human experience, even though there's a play all around you, right? Even though they're lying to us, even though they're manipulating us, you're learning how to be human amongst knowing the truth. So, okay, hold on. So it's like you're learning how to be a human in a world that's illusion. And I want to say, I like human could be that like you're learning how to see through the illusion. You're learning what it means to live in a human experience. Like even though you're in this vessel, a human body, you're learning that okay, I'm in this vessel. Everything's an illusion. I'm a soul at the end of the day, right? So what does this human body need? It needs good nourishment so that this mind can operate better, meaning that your soul can feel nourished. When you nourish this vessel, your soul is able to think clear and you're able to hear your intuition more. When you, this vessel needs to ground in nature, needs to be in the earth, right? Needs to see the sightings around them that are not concrete buildings, needs to see trees, grass, put their feet in grass, sand. I've talked about this so many times. I've talked about this in all my readings because some sort of earth keeps coming back up about grounding. So hold on for a second. So you're learning that, okay, I can't escape this reality right now unless I want to not be here, right? Shoot, my phone's at 5%. I talk way too much. So basically, I want to wrap this up because I want to try to pull 3 more cards quickly. Maybe I won't be able to do it. It might get cut. But yeah, so you're learning what this human body needs, this human vessel needs for your soul to feel better, for your mind to operate clearer. And so you're learning in a world, but not of it. So you're learning that like I can still enjoy this world, have these connections with people, enjoy the nature of this world, but I'm not of it anymore. I'm not trapped in the 3D mindset anymore. I'm above that. My soul is above that now, and I see things for what they are. So good for you. The universe sees that you're awakening. Your mind is tapping into something so much bigger, and just keep softening to love and realizing your rare gifts and being playful.